My name is Amber, and I feel a little odd behind this podium here, but it's actually it sounds all right. Thank you all for inviting me here today. I was here in January with my organization, Spirited Justice, and we were talking about abolition. And I'm back here today to support as we are just a few days past Mr. Bruce Poinsette's passing. We're also here, in addition to that, to watch a screening of Black Girl in Suburbia. So we're going to hold space for the expansion of both things. Although I'd like us to start by really holding space for the Poinsette family. And before I invite Bruce up, I'd like to say that I have always appreciated just this youthful excitement around learning, which was something that I always felt when I was in Mr. Poinsette's presence. He always would impart wisdom, a little bit of history, a lot of education, and with this really this level of curiosity and excitement that was really present on his face and his energy and the way that he moved when he spoke. And the last time I was here with him, I remember him sharing quite a bit about his experience in Lake Oswego and his experience building community. And I think it's so beautiful to see so many people show up in that same spirit, and that was something that was my last experience with him, just even in this very room. And it seems like he has just ushered that energy in here today. So thank you all for coming. Whether you came knowing that was part of this experience as well, or if you came to watch this amazing film that Melissa has curated, thank you all for being here. And we do have the Poinsette family here, so I'm going to invite Bruce up to talk a little bit about his dad.
Good evening, everyone. Those who don't know, I'm Bruce Poinsette. Normally I'm up here as executive director of the organization, but I get to be in the crowd with you all. But I did want to just say, before we get into the presentation tonight, just say a few words about my father, beloved member of the RTR community. If you've been to an event like Amber kind of talked about, he's probably chatted you up a little bit. He has all the stories, he has all the experiences from his time in South Carolina, down to Eugene, down to ask him anything about the city of Portland. Usually a complaint, but I do mean city government, I should say, just to clarify. But, yeah, and he was very big. Again, if you talk to him, he'd tell you one of the real, core issues that we deal with is not learning real history, not having access or making choices not to teach real history. And it's something he always emphasized. He was also, he was, like I said, he was a talker. He was also he was so supportive. Yesterday was Mother's Day, and I always think about just, how much he was here, even if he was never in a, official name, title role. He was always here. He was always supporting, always, with someone as big of a personality as my father, it could be really hard to be on the side or in the background, but he was always willing to do whatever it was. And I'm not gonna get into all the details, but he went in for, what was supposed to be a minor heart procedure on April 17th, and that thing that, you know, every family's afraid of when your loved one goes in and they don't come home. And that happened. He passed away last Wednesday evening. And again, I'll spare you the details, but he suffered. He suffered a lot. I wouldn't wish what happened to my father on anyone. You know, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. But I'm glad that now he can rest. He was always working. He was always, you know, his service spanned so far, whether it was Rotary, whether it was Ainsworth UCC, whether it was the Development Review Board here in Lake Oswego. He was prolific. And, you know, people have been asking how they can support what we need, when's the service. So we're still working on details. Tentatively, I shouldn't say tentatively, we just don't have the times yet, but we're going to be having a viewing at Rose City Funeral Home next Wednesday. As soon as we finalize the times for that, we'll send that out on our email. We'll let everyone know. Still, there's going to be a celebration of life in June. And these things do cost, I will say. So if people have been asking how they can support, we're looking for help with some of these funeral costs. So I'll be here after the presentation if you want to figure out how to do that. But it's my father, Bruce Renard Poinsette, 1946 to 2024. Amber, thank you so much for holding space for this, and thank you all.